You are now watching Game Point Sports Talk with an Edge.
Welcome to AHRR Network, man. I am M.GOODKNIGHT.
And I'm Robbie the Rockets. And this is Game Point. No fingerprints.
No fingerprints, baby.
Yay.
We back in action. You know, it's Tuesday. You know, I had a long Super Bowl weekend, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't get to indulge or nothing, so I ain't tired, ain't got no hangover. So I'm spry, ready to go here on a Tuesday. You know, first of all, we're going to start off, man, with a couple rest in pieces, man. You got the great Marty Schottenheimer, who died today, man, at the age 77. He was the, I believe, 7th or 8th rate coach in wins
of all time.
Of all time in the NFL, man. Was a great coach. Man, he kind of reminded me of like George Karl, man, the coach that just couldn't get over the hump and win that chip, though. But he always would get him there, man. He kept his teams very competitive, man. So, rest in peace to Marty, man. You got anything to say about him?
Man, he did coach some greats. Over there at Kansas City, Marty Schottenheimer.
Yeah.
Good little coach, you know. I grew up watching him. Yes, he coached some great players, some Hall of Famers, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Prayers go out to you and your family from the AHRR Network. And, I mean, you know.
And then we got another one, man. Pedro Gomez, man. One of the best baseball analysts there is, man. Worked on ESPN, man. Did his thing, man. Was renowned all over the country for doing his thing. And, man, he died unexpectedly, man, at 58 years old. Man, I really haven't heard about how or what he died of, but they say he died unexpectedly, man, just out the blue. So,
rest in peace to you, too. You did pay the ways for the Hispanic community, commentators like yourself. Grew up watching you. You know what I'm saying? Great commentator. You know what I'm saying? Prayers go out to you and your family as well.
I mean, you were a baseball guy,
player.
so, I mean.
I know about him well. I well know about him, you know. I'm not deep in his history, but I know the history of him as a writer, as a sports analyst. You know, he paved the ways for the Hispanic community, like I said, you know, and us too.
Yeah.
You know, so I can't, you know, take away from us in Black History Month, but at the same time, you know, he's a great writer. You know, my prayers go out to your family. You know, like we say, tomorrow ain't promising to us, so, you know, we got to live life to the fullest.
Hey, for sure, man. I'm definitely with you on that. And, man, we got one more, man, a little more Black History type note. Okay. We going to talk about your man, Danny Ray, 85 years old, man. Do you know who that man was?
Man, I just found out right now when you told me. See, so I didn't even know who he was, but now we finding out now. Tell me the history on Danny Ray.
Man, Danny Ray, man, they called him the Cape Man.
The Cape Man?
Yeah, the Cape Man, because he's the guy, man. You remember when James Brown, man, he'd sing his heart out, man, at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
God come over there and put that cape on him.
Put that cape on him.
Sometimes James would jump back up and get it up off of him.
Go back.
But then at the end of the show, you know, he put that cape back on him.
Wipe him down.
Yeah,
wipe him down a little bit.
What I'm saying?
Yeah,
First,
hey, wipe him down a little bit. I can see that.
85 years old, man.
Mm-hmm.
Man, true player, I guess. He was probably a true player in his days. To be hanging with James Brown, you know them. They say them Browns just some crazy dudes, man. You don't want to mess with Bobby Brown, James Brown, or Chris Brown. You might get some hands put on you, ladies. But that's over a different story in a different show. You know, this is Game Point, and we gonna go talking about that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
man.
no.
We got the man, the myth, the legend,
the
greatest of all time. There's nobody else that can say anything about him right now. Tom Brady, man, winning his 7th championship in 20 years, 10th Super Bowl appearance. I mean, he didn't win it by himself, right? But let me just speak on my importance of what I think he brought to the game, and I think that he brought Tampa Bay the leadership that they needed.
Yes.
I mean, not really to say that like he had stellar play, which his play was definitely great, but the leadership that he brought to that team, he taught them how to be champions, taught them just like this is what we do. When we were watching them walk on the field, we knew that they were about business, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Tom Brady, man, he's the best of all time. He's a GOAT in my eyes. Man, what y'all thinking? What you thinking?
There's nothing else to be said. He's proven everything. It's a word of actions speak louder than words. He showed all the actions, and he's speaking it, and it's proven. He's proven. Nothing to take away from that man.
So, man, let's get more into the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get more into the game, and let's talk about how Tampa Bay, man, straight stymied and put that Kansas City high-powered offense, man. They put them on ice, man, had them running. And speaking of running, we're going to talk about Patrick Mahomes, man. He ran for 497 yards behind scrimmage before throwing or getting sacked, man. They had him running all over the goddamn place. Damn near 500 yards of just running, scrambling around, trying to avoid a sack and things like that. That Tampa Bay D was on fire, man. What you thinking? What you thinking about that?
I mean, you got a great on the offensive side. You got a good coach over there with Arians. They had a good game plan for Mahomes. They had 2 weeks to prepare for him. I mean, he came with the perfect game plan for Mahomes, and it showed. It showed coaching. You know, they got out-coached that game. There's nothing around it. And it all. Let me ask you a question while we're on this situation. Is this a given fact? Defense win championships?
Defense just won that championship. I tell you that. Defense won that one. I mean, you talking about a Mahomes-led team who didn't score a touchdown? First time in his career he didn't score a touchdown. Held these guys to 3 field goals. You talking about all that little gimmicks and stuff they used to do didn't work? Yeah, defense definitely won this one. I wouldn't say it wins every one, but it definitely won this one for sure.
Well, I remember when your team, we going off the subject a little bit. I remember when your Broncos was around, y'all had one of the top 2 defense when y'all won that Super Bowl. Even though y'all had the great Peyton Manning. They had the great Brady. Brady, he just managed the game. He threw it to his tight end that he was used to throwing to for 15 to 10 years, some odd years.
15 years. I mean,
and it goes to show that Tampa Bay knew what they was doing from the start of the season. Gronkowski was the key to them winning the Super Bowl. They didn't have a tight end presence till Gronkowski yet. And look, you know what's the saying? Save the best for last.
Hey, you gotta say them weapons, man. We got a couple comments, man. Hey, Big Lynn said, man, he got you, man. He got us, man. He said he gonna pay up. He just said had to pay up, man. I told you that was a bad bet, Big Lynn. And Brandon Beasley, man, coach of the Spillionaires. Shout out to the Spillionaires doing their thing. Shout out to that all-star team that you building out there, man. Always doing your thing. My man says that they got out-coached and out-played. And Big Lynn said the Buck defense gave the blueprint on how to stop the Chiefs. And Tampa dominated both sides, and I'm with y'all on all
That's
that.
facts. That's facts.
They definitely gave him the blueprint. But I want to ask y'all on here: can that blueprint be duplicated when Kansas City has their 2 starting tackles back? Like, are you going to be able to dominate them on that side of the ball when their tackles are back and they're in full effect?
Well, you know, good night. That brother that just lost, he got a bittersweet taste in his mouth. He's young. You know, he won one. You know, his nose was up in the air. But now he can't. This right here humbled him for his career. Now he know what it's like to lose. Now he knows what it's like to win. Now we going to see the up and coming of people that's been there. And I say this. Tom Brady just handed the torch off to that man regardless. Shout out to Mahomes. Because y'all don't even talk about Kansas City. Kansas City's went away. But at the same time, that man was running for his life the whole game.
Well, shout out to the Bucks defense. Well, okay, let's say shout out to Mahomes because some of those passes that he made when he was running were damn incredible. Like,
yeah, unreal.
Some of the most incredible passes I've ever seen in my life.
Off his butt barely touching the ground. He throwing a touchdown pass. If the man catch it, you'll say he the best quarterback you ever seen in your life. If that man was to catch that pass,
No, I wouldn't say that.
I mean, that was the greatest play you ever seen in your life.
Would have been, could have been, should have been, but it wasn't.
Exactly, been so.
So I mean,
yeah,
I mean, but you do gotta give a shot. Hey, he
shout out to Mahomes, man.
He fought to the end. But me personally, I wouldn't have gave Brady the MVP.
I'd have gave it to Gronkowski. That's what I was feeling.
You went to Gronkowski. I would have gave it to Shaq Barrett.
Now, you know, when it comes to MVPs, it's hard to give a defensive player. That's the way that he was the game. You know what I'm saying? It's always an offensive-minded situation when it comes to MVP, when it comes to like a NBA or football or baseball. It's the one with the offensive-minded type person. He hit 4 or 5 home runs in this series. He's the MVP. Versus a man that's tackling machine. They don't even respect the defense of one individual player because it's so pretty on the offense. We want to see people scoring. Like Brady threw for 3 tubs.
I want to see defense. I want to see defense.
But
I want to see defense.
That goes back to my question: does defense win championships?
Defense won that championship, and what I'm saying, man, we got Brandon Beasley said, man, that it can be duplicated. But it's about personnel. Tampa Bay is dominant, but best believe that all off season they're gonna find out how to adjust to it, and yet they're gonna find out how to adjust to it definitely. But I'm gonna tell you one other thing. About Tampa Bay's defense. The 2 middle linebackers they got, White,
animals, beasts.
Hey, them dudes run sideline to sideline.
Beast.
They didn't even give Mahomes a chance to even drop it off to his outlets, his running backs. They had that shit covered. And the secondary had the deep shit covered. Like, man, hey, that was a hell of a blueprint, man. Shouts out to Tampa Bay. Man, my boy, Big Lynn says, man, he agreed with me, man. I told you Barrett would be the difference. Hey, Big Lynn, you was right. Former Denver Bronco, man. CSU Pueblo, local product. Hey, shouts out to Shaq Barrett. You should have got that, man. You was wearing that 58, wearing it with pride. You was looking just like Von Miller out there. But let me say, my man Bo. No, I can't pronounce that. But my man Bo says no way, man. If anybody outside of Todd Bowles, it would be given to Devin White. He had 12 solo tackles and a pick and set the tone the whole game.
Lamont Hughes say that boy ran a 4.4 at 265 pounds. I ran a 4.4 at 1. I ran a 4.3, 4.2.
Oh shit! I knew
Big Lynn. We all man. Big Lynn. Big Lynn. We put these on blast right now.
Once you start talking,
right.
you go.
You already know it.
Once you start
it's
talking,
stamped though. Mine is printed though. Mine is certified though. So, but I'm saying 4.4 at 265 pounds. That's a beast. That's an animal.
I mean, BZ says Fournette played a hell of a game. Hey, he set the tone. He set the tone also offensively, man. If they would have put him in there in that first goal line stance, they would have had 39 points. And Bo says, man, Fournette was drilling drilling the whole damn defense. And Big Lynn said he ran a 4.6 at 290. Man, is this Bay Area embellishments or something going on?
We're coming to take over, man. Taking over the city, man.
But I'm not even gonna go there, man. But Devin White, and what he also did was he had the ability to cover Kelsey one-on-one all over the field. Man, hey, he stopped that dude. That's a no fingerprint. That's a no fingerprint.
Give me one of them. Give me a one. Give me a one for that no fingerprints, man. I need the one.
Give you the one.
Give me the one. We both get one. Hold on. We both get one, man. We got to do it right, man. We both get one, man.
Leave it right there.
Yeah, leave it right there because it's me and you being against the world, man. Yeah, to be okay.
Hey, man.
Boom. We gonna do it like that. Boom.
Yeah, man. Hey. Devin White held it down, man. You stopped Kelsey.
The truth.
You stopped Kelsey, man, one-on-one, all over. And the Big Lynn said, real talk, the takeover, the yay area. Hey, I hear that, man. But this man said he ran a 4.2, man. I gotta see.
Big Lynn.
I gotta see that somewhere.
Big Lynn, what's my name, Big Lynn? We went to Big Lynn. We went to a powerhouse school. The Heisman Trophy winner come out of our high school. You know what I'm saying? Where me and Big Lynn went to, we went to the state game against the #1 team in the nation, De La Salle. We played them in the Oakland Coliseum. My name is Robbie the Rockets. My name ain't Robbie the Rockets for a gangbanger. My name is Robbie the Rockets. I run at 4-2. That's why my name is Robbie the Rockets.
Hey man, you said it's the Rocket, man. I'm
the Rockets.
I'm gonna give you that.
Look, we're not in Denver. We're in the Bay Area. They'll say Robbie the Rockets.
I'm gonna give you that today, man. But a lot of Chiefs fans, man, a lot of Chiefs fans complaining about these penalties that happened in the first half. 8 for 85 yards, record setting. I believe it did have a big influence on the game. But Chiefs, man, y'all gotta keep it clean.
Good night. Me and you hit it on the nose. We should have put our whole life savings, our whole house on it. We said Fournette, they don't have a better running game. You can go back to the show. Y'all can go back to the last show. Everything me and this man said, it happened. But so nobody can say that we didn't know we was talking about this game because it was all facts. What we talk about on Game Point?
We speak facts. And,
it was all facts.
My man Bo says, man, the PI call was suspect. Which one? The one where he tackled him? Or the one where he was grabbing on him?
After 5 yards, every play?
I mean, which one? Hey, man, my man on Game Point, man, on the page, man, he posted something showing what they was doing last year in the Super Bowl. They was doing the same exact thing.
Karma is hey, to all my Niners fans, I posted something today. Karma comes back to you to haunt you. That goes to show. Let me ask you this. Now, while we on this subject, it just came to my mind. Do you think stuff be rigged sometime?
I mean, we can get into the rig thing real quick, but let's go into these comments real quick, man. Lamont Hughes says, man, the defense held him to 0 touchdowns, no assisted penalties, and I'm with you on that, Mr. Hughes, man. Hey, that defense was held it down. We talked before the game, and I told you damn near exactly what was going to happen, Mr. Hughes. And Bo says to the Tyrann Mathieu, the one when he intercepted or on the goal, or he said in the goal line.
Now, that one could have been suspect, brother. Now, that one, they didn't have to call. Because that was kind of like a gimme. But all the other penalties, the receivers was getting off the line, and them cornerbacks couldn't hold him. It was shown. They was holding him there. At the 5 yards, he was grabbing him because he couldn't hold him. And you seen it in the work, man. You was watching the game, good night. Evan say, every play he's holding me. Every play he's holding me. They could have called it every play.
Hey, and you're right, Lamont, Mr. Hughes, man. Lamont Hughes, hey, that too high killed him. Your boy Tyreek couldn't get open for crap. And then when he did, got slightly open, he dropped the rock. Hey.
Boom.
They was giving him the deuces like he was gave him the deuces in the last game. He gave him the deuces, man.
We ain't gonna downplay them Kansas City Chiefs though. They was pretty good. They had a good season. But it was always a time where the better team win. Remember that now? I've been preaching this since day one. The better player always win, right?
Oh,
here we go.
Hold on.
All right. Slow down. Hear what I just said. The best man on the field wins. Is Brady the GOAT?
Brady's a GOAT.
So Brady the best player on the field at that particular. No. Now when I said athletic, I'm saying football IQ. Football IQ. Brady has more games than any of them players that's on the field besides out of all of them.
He's a smart. He is a smart player. Okay,
football IQ. He won the game. Peyton Manning was the best player on the field that day when y'all won it.
Brady didn't call the defense. They held these guys to 9 points. Hold on, man.
Peyton Manning didn't call the defense when y'all won it.
You love talking over me, man. Football is the ultimate team sport. And it's not about one man.
I'm not saying
we got to get it. We got to get that out of our heads. Football is the ultimate team sport.
No INT.
Brady can't throw the ball without the guys blocking.
Yep,
he can't get the ball without the center. He can't get the time without Fournette smash mouthing. He did make some good decisions in that game, and he did what Brady does. But we're not going to say just because he's the GOAT, he was the best player on the field that day.
We're going on experience, brother. Forgive me for saying this the way I'm saying it, but just me putting a helmet on in a university reading defense. That man went up to the line like Peyton Manning did when y'all won it. He could tell what he wanted to do. Not what the coordinator is younger than him. So he's not going to listen to what that man telling him. And it's fact. We talking facts. The brother is younger than Brady. So let's run it. Nah, brother, we're going to run this play. I see it open. Gronk is open. Why do you think they was picking him apart with Gronk? We talking facts right now.
Who called the plays?
Oh, Brady could call it. Okay, he may call that play.
Leftwich
Okay, Leftwich calls the plays, but Brady can change it at the line. Yes or no?
Brady does have the ability to change it at the line. Man, let me get to these comments, man, because you know, Brandon Beasley said the Chiefs defensive coordinator didn't adjust, though giving Brady too much time. Send five, tight end spy.
And keep getting them from throwing the screw routes. And I get what you said. And Gronk, he talking about Gronk.
Yeah. He said spy Gronk. Send five, tight end. He kept getting. I did keep getting him on.
Tugs, tell him Brady led them to the ship.
And what I said was, and what I said earlier, that he led them by being a true leader. He wasn't the best player on the field. He definitely is the best leader on the field, and he showed these young men, these younger players, how to win a championship. You know, he came there and it was strictly business. It was about winning championships. It was about Tom Brady texting everybody on the team the whole week prior to the game at 11 o'clock that we gonna win this game. You know, he made these dudes believe that they were gonna win this game, and and you can definitely see that on the team. So I'm not gonna take
that go back.
I don't take that away from Brady, but that doesn't make him the best player that was on the field.
That go back to him. Nobody else did it. Go back to experience. Act like you've been there. Not like you just not getting there. Like when you score a touchdown, you celebrate or you act like you've been there. You get the ball to the person and go back to you. I've been there before.
Oh, he celebrated.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, but what I'm saying is he acted like he's been there many of times. He's the best. He has the best IQ on the football field. Period.
Hey, my man Bob says, man, my man Bob Jones, I'm going to say the whole name, that's what they tell me to say, but my man Bob says, bruh, Tampa's Bay defense need to be drug tested.
Wow.
Them dudes is on some power shit.
No fingerprints.
No fingerprints.
I'll feel you, Bobby D's.
That was a hell of a comment.
I love you for that, Bobby D's.
Hey, they did get to quarterback at the wheel, but you missing both of your tackles, man. That's what happens, man. Hey, JPP and Shaq Barrett and Dominican Sue, them dudes out there did what they were supposed to do. Getting chips.
Hey, look, I'm glad that Donovan Sue, you've been through the trenches with the Detroit Lions. You never had a chance to really show your talents, and you got you one. LaShawn McCoy never really got a chance to be on a team to really show his talents. He ain't play.
Second year in a row,
won 2 Super Bowls. That goes to show that you get in the right situation, stuff can happen for you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and I'm with you on that, man. And we got some more comments, and I'm going to read the comments. You know what I'm saying? So my man Todd Penn says, man, it would have been a shootout if Mahomes had to start in tackles. He never had a chance. They targeted those backups, and you're right. It could have been a shootout, but if it was a fifth, Mr. Penn, we would all be drunk around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it was a smart decision. They stretched the ends out. That's what they supposed to do. Bob Jones said, man, they was killing it. They was killing it.
Bobby, they was, Bobby. Bobby, they was. I mean, Bobby, you know what's set up for Tom Brady. You got to think. First ever home team hosting the Super Bowl.
Is that his fault?
No, I'm not. No, it is his fault because he made it happen. So it is. I'm glad he made it. It ain't his fault in a bad way. It's his fault in a good way. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think it was the stage and the way with the life we going at right now with all this going on, it was set up for him to win it. Like last year, we're not talking about hoops right now, but we can go into hoops. But like I said, like LeBron and the Lakers was set up for them to win it. It was, hey, look, if you don't put your money on Brady and them, you don't want some break. I'm saying in the beginning of the season, we thinking Brady and them ain't gonna beat it. They got better teams. That's what my question is. They proved that Brady just proved that he can overcome any team he plays on.
Let me tell you this.
He can win. He's a winner.
You go through the number 2 defense in Washington.
Bink.
That was a setup? I don't think so.
Number 1 defense.
You go beat Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
But you beat 2 number 1 and 2 defenses in the NFL. There's no way in the world. What else is
so
left?
I'm just saying. How is it rigged when you got to go? You went through a gauntlet.
It did.
You went through a gauntlet all on the road.
On the road.
It's not set up. It's not rigged by any means.
But I can say this. Kansas City defense was suspect.
Well,
the two defense. They played the two best defense they gonna ever see. When they got to the Super Bowl, that was easy money to play Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? That was obvious. Yes or no? They played 1 and 2. Kansas City probably like the 18th or 16th defense in the league. Brady could pick that up. He's picking the 2. He beat the 2 already. I mean, how you don't beat them? And I kept saying that running game. Me and you kept emphasizing. They can't stop water if it was running, Kansas City. You know what I mean?
They couldn't do it. They couldn't do it, man. Todd Penn says the Chiefs sold out on offense. The only stud they had on there was the defense was the Honey Badger, and he got outsmarted by the GOAT out there. Hey,
they run defense has been good all year. Bobby, I seen it like
Bob.
I just call him. Hey, I got nicknames for everybody. Bobby, man. You know what I mean? They call you Bob out here in Colorado. I'm from California. I call you Bobby, man. Bobby J. Bobby J. My nigga Bobby J. You right, Bobby J's. You right, Bobby J's. You know what I'm saying? I got a nickname for you. I'm going to call you that. They could call you what they want to call you, but I'm going to call you what I call you. You figure deal me? And no fingerprints on that one, no family. You know what I mean? You know?
Let me tell you this, man.
Bobby James, man.
He said it's all good, man.
Oh, good, Bobby James. Bobby James, you already know me see you on this, Bobby James.
Hey, man, let me
breathe.
Let me tell you this, man. We always like it here on the AHRR Network. We like you to like, share, comment, repeat, and retweet, and do it all again as we continue to talk about this Super Bowl and other things NFL. But I just want to say, man, shouts out to Tom Brady and everybody else, man. They doing their thing, man. And we just gonna let's move on to some other NFL news, man. We talking about Russell Wilson. I mean, and Russell Wilson had an interview today, and it's kind of some big news going on.
They said that was fake news that he wanted to go to another team and all that. I mean, I don't see Russell Wilson ever leaving the Seattle Seahawks uniform. I don't see it. Do you? I mean, he's their franchise. They put him as like they face of their franchise.
I mean, let's listen to the interview. Man, hey, Russell Wilson, man, he talking about, man, he wants to be involved in making the decisions, man. And I think it all stems from him being unhappy that they were supposed to get Antonio Brown. I mean, they was practicing with him. They was talking about him going to Seattle, and Seattle doesn't get him. Tom Brady gets him.
And when's
he goes to the Super Bowl. Can you imagine Antonio Brown out there with the Seahawks?
Nope.
What?
Nope. I'm going to tell you right. You can't even, okay.
With that beast on the other side.
Time out. We can't even have this conversation. Tom Brady is the GOAT. Russell Wilson can't even wear Tom Brady jockstrap. And I don't care what nobody say. I said it. Yes, I said it. If Antonio Brown was over there, Seattle still wouldn't have won it. Antonio Brown was a 4th-string receiver at Tampa Bay. So they could have gave him over there to Seattle. They still wouldn't have won it.
Man, my man Bo says, shout out to all the black coaches though, and shout out to all the black coaches.
Black coaches, yeah, Black history.
But I'm gonna hit you and a lot of people saying, "Oh, Todd Bowles, man, he should get another shot." Todd Bowles had his shot, man. Todd Bowles wasted his shot. He's probably one of those guys who's better as being a coordinator, you know. But my man Eric Bieniemy on the other side definitely needs a shot. Or maybe with this lack of adjustments, maybe this shows why he hasn't got a shot yet. But we don't know why. But we go back on this Russell Wilson thing, and I'm gonna say Russell Wilson is right. He's earned it. He's went to the Super Bowl twice in his first 3 years. The dude, hands down, is one of the 5 best quarterbacks each and every single year. Hey, they should give him a little bit of say so. He said, "Hey man, give me some people that I can trust. Give me some people that I want to play with, and I'll show you what I can do." This ain't just a Tom Brady. He said LeBron James and all. He said LeBron James, he picked his players. He said Tom Brady picked his players, man. Why can't I? So he might be all kind of upset. And earlier in that interview, there was a question saying, "Hey, ask him about other teams contacting the Seattle Seahawks," and he said that well, he pretty sure people contact him, and the guy asked, "Man, were you available?" And he said, "I don't know, man. That's the Seahawks questions." I think that Russell Wilson might be trying to get up out of there.
I mean,
and you really shortchanging Russ, man. He can hold. And Michael Thompson said, "Man, Russell Wilson is the shit."
But he ain't no Tom Brady. He ain't no Tom Brady.
Oh, he definitely can hold his jock strap, though.
He can hold his jock strap, but he ain't no Tom Brady, man. Stop. We ain't. All right, leave it alone. See that there now we keep opening up that can that we've been talking about behind the scenes, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. See, everybody got their opinions. You got your opinion, I got my opinion. Everybody got their opinion. Like he just said, Russell Wilson is shit.
He is the shit.
He is the shit. Best up. But he's no Tom Brady.
All right, we go there. So go into your Tom Brady question.
I don't want to go into no question.
I thought so.
We can go into the next half segment. I could probably bring it up in the next half segment, but at the same time, I'm not bringing that up. Because somebody else gonna probably bring that up eventually.
I don't think nobody.
We gonna leave it alone. We just gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna say that.
I mean, we gotta before we get to this next segment, man. I know you gotta do what you gotta do, but I would like to say we got a quarterback carousel going around here, man. We got the new available quarterbacks are Carson Wentz and Sam Darnold. What you think about those two?
They could be backup quarterbacks as some of these mediocre teams, like a backup like a Minnesota Vikings.
You're talking about a guy at Carson Wentz, man, who was 11-2 at one time, man.
Stop it.
There's nobody.
Dak Prescott is better than Carson Wentz, and there's nothing else to be said about it. They exposed nothing. I'm gonna say something. They exposed somebody, and he's got exposed. Like we just signed Josh Rosen. We signed him back to a contract. Never. He's good for a third string, which you wear the headset and you do the do. They good for that. They're not typical quarterbacks. You got your boy coming up out of the Chargers, a beast. You got your boy coming up out of Cincinnati, a beast. They can't even compare to them two type quarterbacks. So I wouldn't even. Carson Wentz is trash, and I've been saying it from day one. All you Philadelphia fans, when you hear me say it, ain't never gonna make it.
Are you gonna say that when he playing for Frisco next year? Bob Jones says, man, Wentz sucks to him, and it sounds like to Robbie the Rocket that Wentz sucks to him also, man. But hey, Wentz didn't have the cupboard was bare out there in Philly, man. He had nobody to throw it to this year.
He had nobody. He playing in the NFC East. You don't got to have nobody to win the NFC East. The Washington team won the NFC East with rookies.
With the number 2 defense, though.
With rookies. With a fifth string quarterback, the comeback quarterback of the year, Alex Smith. They had a comeback quarterback that's on his last leg. Facts.
Come on, man, with that.
Facts. We talking facts?
That's bullshit.
Man, that's bullshit. He was on his last.
It's the truth.
That's true. Are we talking truth or are we talking dare? We talking truth. The boy had his leg destructured and he came out there and led him to a playoff in the NFC East. So I could go play quarterback in the NFC East and win it.
You couldn't go play quarterback for
the high school right here in Cherry Creek.
Quarterback for the Stillionaires and win it.
I play quarterback for the Spillionaires. Let me be the coordinator. I put 50. I bet 1,000 each game. I put 50 on anybody beat. Now, California, I'm proving. Robbie the Rockets, I was our offensive coordinator, 13 years. I put 50 I put 50 on your D. I put it that, and I put money in it. And anybody that know me know, I put that paperwork on it too. Now I put 50 on your D. I put you in scrimmage before the first half. I put you in scrimmage. We call it scrimmage. 36 done scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? That's when I put my little, my babies that's, developing. I'm showing them what to do.
All right, man. All right, you're talking a lot, man. But Wentz and Darnold, I wouldn't want them here. So I wouldn't want him here.
Keep Drew Lock.
No, I don't.
I'd rather keep Drew Lock than
I don't want Drew Lock here either.
Y'all ain't gave that man a stop. Okay, nothing.
He's had a chance. You could take him there in Frisco.
We don't want him. We don't even want Garoppolo, but I keep Garoppolo.
What's the next big name going in quarterback? You think?
Your boy Watson, that you don't want me to talk about, but he's the biggest name out there right now.
Texans said they ain't letting him go.
Yeah. They ain't letting him go. It ain't really nothing.
I'm with you, Bob. He got to go. And we got a question, man. Who should the Broncos go after for quarterback? And we're going to go Todd Penn, Cam.
No fingerprints. No, hey, take a point off for Todd. Todd got to take a point off.
Damn,
Todd, come on, man. Todd,
the dumbest shit
stick it
I
up.
heard.
You stick it up.
We going after Deshaun Watson, Bo. We going after Deshaun Watson. And when we get him, I don't want to hear none of this shit talk about anybody.
Wait, Bobby J. They want Bobby J. Say y'all gotta give up the whole team for Watson. Why would you do that?
Shit.
The boy ain't had a win. The boy ain't great. Like I said, the Chicago quarterback got a better record than him.
Oh man, we're not gonna.
I mean, they both had the same year. They both had the same type teams. Yes or no?
No, hell no. Hell no. Deshaun Watson has had whatchamacallit has had your boy Mahomes and them on the fence, man. Deshaun Watson has nobody either. You trade away all his best players, what do you expect them to do?
TP. I know. TP say Cam is the only MVP in the question. TPs. Come on, man, TPs, man. Stop it, TPs.
He's a Carolina fan.
Stop it, TPs.
And we smacked them boys around.
Boys
around. But you know what I'm saying? That's the first half over here on Game Point. Man, we going to do it again. We going to join back in. Give us a minute to get our shit back. And we going to get Robbie Rocket back right. Because this man who runs a 4-2, who
run like a horse race.
Who coordinates 50-yard blowouts in the first quarter. Man, I got to sit back and digest this shit for a minute. But this is Game Point on the AHRR Network. We like you to like, share, repeat, tweet, and do it all again.
talk about.
Welcome back to Game Point. I am M.GOODKNIGHT.
And I'm Robbie the Rocket.
And this is Game Point.
No fingerprints.
No fingerprints. Yeah. And we back in action, man. And hey, the best comment of the day has to go to Mr. Bob Jones. He says, Cam is like Al Bundy now, man. Just stories, man. Remember that time at Polk High? Remember that time at Polk High, man? He scored 5 touchdowns. Hey, facts.
Facts. That's fact. Bobby J. Look at Bobby J.
And Todd Penn says, man, he would have showed his ass if he had weapons. I'm going to tell you something right now, Todd Penn. Cam Newton is the worst MVP that I've ever seen in my life. He had one good run.
Wow. Now, let me rewind a little bit on this. Come on, man. Now, you don't railroad the brother now, brother. Come on, my brother. You got to think. Before Cam Newton, name one other black quarterback. Was it Russell Wilson maybe before Cam Newton had won an MVP? Besides, just think about where I'm going with it. Name one black quarterback before Cam Newton that's won an MVP. I'm asking y'all out there at our show, help me out on this, because I'm going to tell you why. Where I'm going with it is Cam Newton actually paved the ways for...
Russell never won an MVP.
Okay, Russell never won an MVP.
Todd Penn, who says that man is a freak. I mean, you look at the way he dresses. He could be a woman. But
we're not going to go there. That's a whole other story.
Mikael Knight Jr. said he's worse than Matt Ryan. And Bob Jones says that's true, that he's the worst MVP ever. And
TP said he didn't bite the apple. Whoa. We can't say it. We get tried. We're not going to talk about that. But like I said, though. But go back to that, though. The man won MVP, right? He won MVP. After
And Bob Jones said, man, as blacks in the game, we just got Super Bowl MVPs, no league MVPs as quarterbacks.
Cam Newton didn't win no Super Bowl
No,
MVP.
he said we already know that.
Yeah. You know, we only got Doug. So you said
you only got him. You only got him.
Shout out to Doug Williams, Black History Month. Shout out to Doug Williams, first black quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. Am I right?
Yeah.
Make sure I said the facts right before I get to talking. You know, as a kid, when your mom and your daddy stay at home to watch the Super Bowl, that don't watch sports, he changed the game for quarterbacks these days. I mean, we got better quarterbacks than him right now. Best believe. We got a ton of them. You know, they can't. He couldn't even hold their jockstrap right now. But
I'm gonna ask Todd Penn. Would you take Cam Newton on your team? That's the true question. Yeah, and he'll be back next year, dressing like
Russell Wilson, Russell Westbrook. He's just like Russell Westbrook.
I mean, between those two, man, who's the worst dresser?
I gotta go with Russell Westbrook. That boy is But like I said, your boy Bobby J, he say that year, Doug Williams did kill the Broncos that year. You know, which
you know, we got off to a 7-0 start, man. Next thing you know, man, I was damn near crying by the second quarter hit, man. I was a young kid at that time, man. That one hurt. And Michael Thompson said, shout out to Sean Moore, who got the Broncos. Oh, shout out to Sean Moore, who we put out, I believe, to get Doug Williams in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't... Oh, Sean Moore.
That was the quarterback. That was the quarterback.
Yeah, Sean
and
Moore.
Doug Williams was the backup.
No, Sean Moore played for us.
Oh, he did?
He played for the Broncos. He was a black quarterback.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He was a black quarterback.
That was the one I kept seeing with the ugly cleats. With the ugly Rodell cleats, whatever you had on that day. He was our first black quarterback that ever played for the Broncos.
Man, that's not him. But anyways, we're going to get into this NBA real quick. But shout out to all the black quarterbacks and everybody doing their thing in Black History Month. You know, and today, a Black History fact, we go in, today is the day when Oprah Winfrey started her show, man, became the first black woman syndicated show on television. So shout out to Oprah, still doing her thing. And
I gotta say, shout out to Tyler Perry as well. Tyler Perry is paving the ways for all the black actors right now. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't do nothing today.
I know, but I'm saying in terms of it's Black History.
And I'm with you.
It's Black History Month, and you got to give certain people that's opened up the avenues for all of us.
And we give a shout out to Tyler Perry and Michael Thompson. No, he was not better than Elway. I will disagree with you there. Sean Moore was not better than Elway. But we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna talk about the NBA, and we're gonna keep it local. We're gonna talk about these Nuggets, fellas. Everybody on here, man. We're gonna keep it local and talk about these Nuggets real quick. I'm gonna give y'all my prediction. Nuggets won't make the playoffs this year. You got Jokic doing his thing, and he has nobody else to help him out. You got this Murray.
I'm gonna give you a double zero. You got to take that zero. That's a minus. Are you freaking serious?
You don't even know what you're doing.
Are you freaking serious?
Freaking serious about what?
Are you freaking serious?
About what?
Always said, and you know it and I know it, we ain't even gonna know nothing until after this All-Star break. What team gonna gel after the trades? You down in your team, and y'all a 4th or 5th seed, and you said they don't make the playoffs.
Man, we're about the 8th seed right now.
Okay, tomorrow you be the 5th seed. You'll say that the Nuggets go win. Man. So it go every day. We won't know. You can't even dictate or say anything until after the All-Star break.
I'm a Nuggets fan, man, and we need some help right now. We need some help. We need somebody to help Jokic. Jokic is doing his thing, putting up 50s, 40s. There's nobody else with him. Get rid of MPJ. The dude is trash. All he does is sit there at the three-point line, have his hand out and ready to shoot the ball. I'm kind of done with Malone and these rotations. Why is Millsap playing? Why is Barton playing? Like we're looking real bad right now, man. I guess the bubble might have been a fluke. That might have been the only thing you said right around here, Robbie the Rocket. That we could have been a fluke.
I mean, you said Murray was better than Curry in the bubble.
I said some bullshit.
I mean,
I said some BS.
Don't ever say that again. None of y'all in Denver, Colorado, don't ever say that again. Curry is a video game in real life. Murray can't even smell Curry. Curry basketball shoes.
See, I didn't even want you to get started there.
I mean,
we got some comments saying Todd Penn said Murray's going to show you eventually. Show me when you're on another team, Murray. And Bob Jones says we got some good pieces to get some good players, and we do, man. We gonna have to maneuver. We gonna have to maneuver something to get some of these to get somebody here. Like nobody wants to come here freely, so we gonna have to trade for somebody.
That's what I said. What's the words I said? The market. It's trash. Nobody want to come to it.
It don't matter.
Why would I want to come back to the Denver Nuggets? Give me all right right now.
You got the best center in the league. You got the best big man in the league.
Pitch me right now.
You got the best fans in the league. You got players all over here, man. Denver's a spot. They just don't know.
Like I said,
I'm not even going to entertain your thoughts. I'm not even going to entertain your thoughts because you know why? You ain't left this mother sucker.
I love it.
You ain't left this mother sucker.
Well, maybe I can fit into this. Maybe a high class person with jewelry in this may not like this atmosphere. It might like a Miami atmosphere. It attract me more. Maybe I like a New York atmosphere. It attract me.
Nobody's going to New York right now.
They won't be in Denver in the goddamn snow living in a cabin. That ain't gonna work. You understand me? That ain't gonna work. I'm sorry. Like your football will make me think that your rookies on your Denver Broncos. It's like we got to stay in a cabin. We got to stay in this. What attract me to come to Denver? What?
There's some dudes that don't know, and I guarantee them little dudes ain't seen a cabin.
Well, we don't know where they live at.
But I mean, let's go into other NBA news. I mean, let's go to other. And shit, Embiid is the best big man in the league, and I will not second that. Looks like Robbie the Rocket probably gonna second that.
No.
Who is the best big man in the league, fellas? Jokic
is big. Embiid just got to do more than you. Well, both of them got to do the same goddamn thing. But I just think Jokic is a better passer and make his player better. So I go with Jokic. Embiid is more of a scorer and more of a take over the game and do his thing for his team. But Jokic make his player better. See, my edge go to Jokic.
Bob Jones says Jokic. I'm gonna go with Jokic too, man. Jokic is the truth, man. The dude,
And then letting assist.
the dude's holding it down, man, right now.
As a center.
I mean, he's holding it down, man.
I'm not knocking it. I can't take. Now, one thing I'm not going to take away from somebody, if it's proven, if it's facts, if you showing me, you showing action, you can't knock a man that's showing action versus a man you think that's better. Nah, I'm going on facts and action. Jokic is better than Embiid. I'm sorry. He can shoot the three better than Embiid. He's more reliable than Embiid. He's an asset to his team more than Embiid. Embiid is just a scorer out there, running around being a scorer. He ain't got no supporting cast. Tobias Harris,
they number one in the East.
Okay, anybody can be number one in the East every year.
No.
Every year. All right, I bet you this. By the end of the year, they won't be number one in the East. By the end of the year,
Bob Jones says Jokic is a real point center. Never been done before.
Never been done before.
I definitely agree with that.
Bobby J.
But I'm gonna go. I mean, let's talk about the NBA. You got the Utah Jazz, man, still winning the West, man. You got the Clippers. They done lost a couple games. You got the Lakers. They struggling to win games right now, but they still winning games. I mean, who's your favorite in the West and why?
I'm going to say this. Nobody is beating the Lakers. And I hate the freaking Lakers. They built to win another championship for one. It's like Tom Brady and them. Like this year. Today, good night. Yesterday, I might have not said this on my life. Today, I thought about it. I was like, should I put my whole house on the goddamn Lakers because they fit the... But then look. Then I start thinking about what KD and them is building over there. You get what I'm saying? I was like, shit. Excuse my French. I was like, shit. Brian, nobody's beating Brian. Nobody. And I looked at KD and I'm like, is they building a team and a nucleus to beat Brian? And the only team I can see beating them is them, the Nets.
The Nets. So we got a couple comments, and it leads right into what you were saying. Todd Penn said Embiid can dominate. He just can't shoot better. And yes, he can dominate, man. He did score 25 in one quarter the other day. And the question we got going right now is how do we feel about the Nets? I feel the Nets are the team that will beat the Lakers. If they can get it together and start playing a little bit of defense. Because I tell you, like I tell them every single week, that KD is the guy that don't give a crap about what LeBron is and who he is. And he don't give a crap about LeBron.
Let me say this.
When he comes on the court against LeBron, your favorite statement, the best player always wins, he feels he's the best player on the court when he steps on the court against Mr. LeBron James.
I'll say this. If one of them three go to the bench. If Harden go back to the bench and be the sixth man, they win it all. I mean, you can play him and start him.
I mean, you're not.
I mean, but I'm saying in terms of it's too much going on with the three. If you just put one on the bench and run with your bench players, I mean, you can start him. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying it's got to be one of them got to take a step back in order for them to win it. KD, and I'm gonna tell you why. When we had KD. Klay Thompson and Curry stepped back. They didn't say, I want to take over. He was like, here.
Did somebody say I'm the sixth man?
No, they didn't say the sixth man. They just took a step. Somebody's got to take a step back. And I'm thinking, on the bench.
No.
I mean, anybody can take, look, I'm not taking it. Hear me out. I'm not taking all three of my, I'm not taking them as they can't take over the game. But if one of them is having to run with that bench, it's all she wrote.
I mean, I'm not even gonna go there, man. I'm not even gonna go there. I don't really think you need to take a point off for that because that is.
I'll take a point off.
That is the worst thing. That's another one.
Justify what I just said then. I'm not saying sit one of them, sit Kyrie or KD or Harden on the bench. I'm saying if one of them, I'm not saying do it. I'm saying I'm saying Harden. I'm not saying KD and Kyrie. I'm saying Harden. If Harden was to just take a step back, he can start some game in the playoffs. He can start, maybe. It depends with the matchup. But I'm saying,
come on, man. You talking about a former MVP in this game going to the bench in the prime of his career. Get the F out of here with that crap. And yes, Bob Jones, I think they're going to come out the East. They're going to get it together. They're going to do their thing. You're not sending a former MVP who's in the prime of his career to the bench because you think that's going to help him win. That is far-fetched. You should never, ever get a point again for making a statement like that.
If we talking facts.
There's no fact in that.
You go do your homework. Harden has to take a step back to facilitate versus being a scorer, the man. Think about it. You come from being a man to facilitating. That's all I'm not saying sitting him on a bench and be the sixth man. I'm saying somebody has to take a step back.
He's going to be the facilitator because he's a guy who almost averaged a triple-double in this league.
But like I said, but he had to. With Houston, he had to be the scorer, the shooter, the rebounder, everything.
So he can't do that.
Now it takes one of them.
He can't do that.
All right, I'm just saying. In order for it to work, just hear what I'm saying. One of them going to have to take a step back, or they'll clash. Wow. And hey, just being logical. If it happened, I'm on your helmet. Is that fair to say? Yes. I'm just going on what I watch and what I see and what I would look at. One of them has to, and I'm not saying don't start.
And McKinney Jr. says that you just said don't start, and he says Harden has once led the league in assists before, so he's gonna be a facilitator because he can naturally do that. He does that. He is taking a step back doesn't mean you have to go to the bench.
No, I'm not saying. I did say that. Maybe if he was, I said maybe, but I said I'm not. He can still start. But one of them has to take a step back. I didn't say don't start him. I just said one of them has to take a step back and be a facilitator versus trying to be the man. It only takes one.
Well, they're all going to have to take a slight step back. Todd Penn says he's a Lakers fan, but the Nets are scary. They could possibly get to average 130 points
200 a game. Probably.
130 points a game. Mm-hmm. So and I'll tell you one thing, if it comes to a shootout between the Lakers and the Nets are going to win.
No. I'm going to tell you why.
Lakers can't
the Lakers got a better bench than the Nets. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why.
Knight Jr. says they need a big man.
You know what I'm saying?
They got Jordan over there who could put the clamps on
But I'm saying they need a bench in order to beat Bron. Bron can put a team on his back. We've shown you that. He's shown us that.
So can KD.
Well, KD had a way better supporting cast than LeBron ever has had, by far. He had the two best shooters in the world. KD had the best two shooters in the world. LeBron ain't never had that type of talent.
Always benefits from.
All right, play this. If LeBron had a Curry and a Klay Thompson, they would never lose.
What are you talking about? You had a D Wade and a Chris Bosh, and they lost.
Curry and them, you can't even compare them.
And he's telling you that no, LeBron can't put a team on his back. Let me tell you something about LeBron. Let me tell you, KD don't give a crap about LeBron.
We know that.
KD will put a team on his back.
Who?
He already put the go. Hold on. When he went to Golden State, that became KD's team.
Yeah, because and you answered my question because they took a step back. Thank you. You just answered the question. Keep talking because you answer your person. You asking what you're saying, but I'm just telling you. Keep talking. Keep talking. I want to hear you.
No, your step back was go to the bench.
No,
that was your first. That was your first thing.
Maybe
your second thing,
I made it say
your third
bench,
thing, and your fourth thing, and your fifth thing, and you kept emphasizing bench. Nobody's going to the bench.
Curry and Klay Thompson took a step back and said, "Here, that if they don't do that with the Nets, it won't work." That's all I'm saying.
Who could beat the Nets in the East? McKinney Jr. says the Nets meet the Lakers. They're going to get killed on the boards all day. You got DeAndre Jordan out there. And don't forget that KD is 7 foot also. But
they ain't even number one in the East right now, so they shouldn't be a talk of the equation.
They just getting it together, though.
But like I said.
So you taking Philly? Who you got in the East, man?
Right now?
Yeah.
I'm going. I ain't sold on Philly for they're not making it for sure.
Who y'all got in the East?
I got the Nets.
In the comments.
I got the Nets, the only team that can even compete with Clipper or the Laker. It's the Nets. That's the only team. They got the best powerhouse team.
And I got the Clippers in the West. I got the Nets in the East.
I got the Jazz. Hey, stop sleeping on them. Hey, all right, look.
Leading the West right now.
Look, let me say this. Me and you.
Anybody true believers in the Jazz? Go ahead.
Me and you. We're gonna put a easy weezy $2 a piece. I'm gonna do it tomorrow on the Jazz to win it all. You know what I'm saying? They number one. The only team I think y'all bust Kawhi Leonard in the mouth last year. So the Clippers is not good. They're vulnerable. And the only team I see in the West is the Jazz that could really. What else? What else do you see in the West?
I just told you I got the Clippers. The Clippers is built to beat the punk ass Lakers.
One injury is over.
One injury for the Lakers is over.
Nah, they got if LeBron go down, yeah.
If AD go down.
I can't say that.
Come on, man.
LeBron rockets with a team on his.
Nah, not like that.
Well, he's proven. We talk about proven. He's proven. I mean, it's nothing. He's proven that he can do it by his freaking self. And I'm like, now I'm starting to buy in to a LeBron James. As of Tom Brady.
Oh shit.
No, hear me out. Tom Brady is won his goddamn Super Bowl. I'm sitting in the kitchen today. I'm sitting there like, is this motherfucker LeBron James really the nigga? He is the nigga. I try to say everything negative on the man, and I don't have nothing to say negative on him. He's a winner. Okay. Tom Brady been on pretty much every Super Bowl. LeBron, in the last 10 years, LeBron been to every Super Bowl.
He ain't been in no Super Bowl.
Well, I'm saying, NBA, the championship. We comparing?
Dub D might as well be on the show. Because I'm sick of this shit.
I don't like, hey, I can say this. If we talking about him, he must be a factor in the equation in sports.
I'm picking the Clippers.
I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Kawhi is another guy who don't give a shit about LeBron James.
Paul George can't outscore LeBron.
It's not. It's a team
Kawhi
game.
can't outscore AD. I'm just going on calculating. Outside of that, what do the Clippers got to offer the Lakers? I'm just saying after Paul George and
Patrick Beverly, Lou Williams.
Stop it. Sweet, what's his name? Lemon Pepper Lou's ain't got a chest, man. Stop it. They got, you about to say KC Paul, whatever what is it, Paul, whatever his name is? That's Lou Williams. So what else you got?
Hey,
they got that horror over there.
Todd Penn says, man, without AD, the Lakers probably won't make it out the first round. And that's facts. That's one of the best things Todd Penn said all day. Way better than that Cam Newton shit. But that's facts.
I don't know, man.
They got Caldwell Pope over there.
Caldwell Pope. Bobby J. Bobby J, you already know Bobby J. Bobby J, you already know where I'm going with him, but he trying to figure out where, but he can't figure out. LeBron and them is the best team in the NBA. It's nothing around it.
Nets have the most talent. I'm going with the Clippers in the West, Nets in the East.
They're better than the Clippers.
I got the Nets to win it all.
You got the Nets to win it all?
Yep.
No. Well, we can put some money on that. On the Nets to win it all. I'll go with you with that. I want to put about 100 on that. But I don't see it. Bron going to be our nemesis. He's better than KD. KD coming off an injury. Bron coming off a championship. They got a spell of a championship. It was a fake championship, but it was a real championship.
But you got to, and I'm going to go, you got to respect. You do have to respect Philadelphia coming out the East, man. Doc Rivers got them boys playing. He got Embiid playing like he never played before.
But what else he got around Embiid?
Man, you talking Ben Simmons is not.
No, I say this. They get rid of Ben Simmons or Tobias. One of them got to go. They missing a piece to the. They need something. It ain't no center. It's like a guard. It's a shooter. They don't have a shooter. A 3 and a 2 they don't have. They slacking on that. If they get 2 good assets to their team or surround around Embiid, I'll get rid of Simmons. I would have to let him go. He's not benefiting us in our organization. He don't fit in our organization. He remind me of Kuzma. He want to be, him and Kuzma is like two type players, don't you think?
No.
Kuzma shoot better than him. But athletic
Where do you
wise,
come with these analogies and analysis?
let me say this.
We're not.
Athletic wise,
We're not watching
Ben
the same
Simmons is like a
game.
Kuzma to me in the East. He don't dominate. He don't take over a game.
Let's go to the comments. Cause you.
All right, where the Hey. Y'all ready? Y'all. Let me ask this.
Hey, and yeah, that is big. Nets gonna do it in the first year, Bob. That's big in the first year. That's Brady type shit. That's KD type shit. That's Harden type shit. That's Kyrie type shit.
Don't jump on a. Don't jump on a. You know what I mean? Right now, though.
Todd Penn said, "Man, without Davis, they become mediocre. They should have kept their youth and trading LeBron when they were trading LeBron for AD." He says it's going to be the Nets versus 76ers in the East and the Clippers in Utah in the West.
Where your Nuggets at?
We out of there. I told you.
Now, if y'all go there, do not, say it again. I want to hear it stamped. You didn't give your team a chance. Don't be no fair weather. That's like a fair weather fan.
I'm a Nuggets fan. We out of there though.
Don't be no fair weather fan. Don't be on the team when they win it.
I got a Nuggets hat on.
I know.
I'm a Nuggets fan. I'm never a fair weather fan. I'm a realist.
Okay. Oh, you're a realist. So I said they don't. We go hear this show, y'all.
Bob Jones said don't count us out just yet, man. I'm counting. Yeah. I'm counting us out, man.
He been counting y'all out from day one. Y'all like the 5th or 6th seed. Counting y'all out there. Hey.
But we gonna, man, this is game point, man. This is game point. Murray gonna come alive later on. But we like y'all to like, share, repeat, retweet, and do it all again here up on the AHRR Network. Murray, I don't know about Murray, man. Something happened to Murray, man. Something has happened to Murray, man. He must be on that good Colorado 420, man. Stop going to these dispensaries, Murray. Whatever you're doing out here, man. Something just ain't right. Something just ain't right with that man Murray, man. I seen him last night missing open threes. Like, come on, man. Like, man, I said you was better than Curry, man. And this is a damn thing I get.
You make it Denver look bad, Murray.
This is things I get.
You make it Denver look bad, man. You know.
Hey, man.
Denver chicken McNuggets. You making him look bad.
See that? You're going too far. You're going too far. You know what I mean? You're going too far.
Oh, you say y'all ain't gonna make the playoffs?
No, I ain't calling us no McNuggets. We are the Denver Nuggets.
It's Denver.
But anyways, you know what I'm saying? That's what we got. That's what we talking about here on Game Point, man. And that's the second half, man. We had a cool show, but we gonna get to more NBA and all that the next time. We had to talk a little bit more about football and Tom Brady. And let's speak on Tom Brady and these facts before we get up out of here. He is a guy who has 7 championships, more than any other 7 Super Bowl championships, more than any other team in the NFL.
The man, the myth, the myth, the legend, the great. The man, the myth, the legend, the great. What's his name?
Mr. Tom Brady, man.
And y'all, tune in Friday. Got a special for y'all. For y'all, you know, ladies out there that, you know, if you single and ready to mingle, you figure they'll be, you know, we got something for y'all. But at the same time, you know, good night, man. Take us on out, brother.
Hey, man, this is Game Point on the AHRR Network. We like you to like, share, comment, repeat, retweet. Shouts out to Charles Up Films and Royal Gray. You know, contact them people and they get you right. But it's Game Point, and we out.
No fingerprints.
No fingerprints.